And so I wanted to kind of just go over them really briefly. So we had assigned different problems for each team, but I didn't assign example one, and I didn't assign the last problem either. So I just wanted to kind of go over these. So when you're going over the problem, the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you are drawing a picture. So it says Angie looks up. So you see Angie, she's looking up at a degree of 25 degrees to see an airplane flying toward her. If the plane is flying at an altitude of 3.5 miles, so altitude being the height, how far is it from being directly above Angie? So the next thing after you draw the picture is you have to figure out what are you trying to find. So it's asking how far is it from being directly above Angie. So we're not talking about this distance, we're talking about how far is it going to take to get to her, or how many miles away is it. So this is our unknown value. Once we figure out our unknown, then we're going to label our O, A, and H. So remember, if we cover up our angle measurement, what we're not touching is our O. So this will be our O, which means that this will be our A. And then remember, anything across from the 90-degree angles is our H. Okay. So because we're given our O and we're looking for our A, we're going to be using tangent. So we're going to set up our equation like so. Tangent 25 is equal to our O over our A. Now, once we have the equation, then we can cross multiply and solve. So we'll have x times tangent 25 equals 3.5. And then to get rid of tangent 25, we're going to divide both sides by tangent 25. So if you don't have a calculator, you can just keep it like this, 3.5 divided by tan 25. If you do have a calculator, make sure that it's in degree mode. So when you turn it on, it should have a DEG. And then you're just going to do 3.5 divided by tangent 25. And you'll get 7.5 as your answer. And that's it. So biggest thing on here, make sure that you're drawing me a picture. Also make sure that you're labeling what is your O, A, H. Make sure that you have the equation written and then your answer as well. So for the assignment, I want to make sure that you have all three of those components. So picture, labels, equation, and solution. And like I said, again, if you don't have a calculator readily available, you can leave it in 3.5 divided by tan 25. Okay. So that's pretty much how you're going to do the rest of the worksheet or the rest of the problem. The only thing I wanted to mention is on the last problem, which is kind of the hardest one. You can't really see it, but there's a 25 labeled here. So at 25 degrees. And so that's talking about the angle depression that he has here. So I want to just start setting this problem up for you. First thing first is if this is 120, then this leg is also 120. And if this is 25 degrees, then the 25 degrees is also over here. And I wanted to mention that you're trying to find X and Y. Notice that X is the bottom half of Y. So I really only need two equations here. One to find X, and then one to find this first part of Y. And I would just add this part of Y to this X. So when we're looking for it, if we were looking at labeling this, if I covered up my 20 degrees, the value over here would be my opposite side. I don't know if you can really see that. This is my adjacent side, and this is my hypotenuse. So we need O, we're looking for A. This is tangent, so tangent 20 degrees is equal to my unknown over over 120, I'm sorry. And then we're going to cross multiply here, so 120 times tan 20 is going to give me Y. Now remember, that's not going to give me the entire length of Y, but just a section of Y, okay? And then we would do this in our calculator. And then for this bottom one here, same thing, we're looking for O, which is here, and we are given A. So we would have tan 25 equals my O over my A, okay? And we would cross multiply here, so we have 120 times tangent 25 equals my X, okay? So this would actually truly give me my X, and then whatever this answer is, I would have to add it to this answer for my Y. So let's go ahead and do that since I pretty much have done the whole problem now. So if we did 120 times tangent 20, that's going to give me 43.7 is equal to my part of Y. okay? And then we're going to do 120, 120 times tangent 25, and that's going to give me 55.95, so 56. So we know that x will equal 56. That's our final answer. And then with y, we have to add the 43.7 plus 56 to give us our entire length. And so that would be 99.7 would be my entire length of y. Okay, so you just have the rest of the sheet. You should have completed 2 with your group. The rest of it, I know it's a lot, but you don't have to do it until Friday. And then let me know in my Zoom hours or today or Friday if you have any questions. All right, bye guys.